All right, guys, welcome to the pod. One of our new favorite guests, Jack Atkins. Give it up for Jack, the star of The Circle, current producer for the Traitors, and an actor in Chet Hanks. Not Chet Hanks.
Well, that's the inspo.
That is the inspo. An actor in a web series called Chet Bond, which I was actually also in an episode. One line.
Yeah.
Actually, not even one line. One look.
It was a signature look. Though.
It was a signature look.
The town is still talking about it.
I'm known for it. Thank you for coming on the pod. We've been chatting about having you coming on for a while, but now that Traitors is out, I thought it was a good time to have you on. Yeah. So welcome.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I've always been I love Daily Friday.
Good.
Love Play Date. Love Almost Friday. I just love like the Friday Beers universe and what you guys are doing over here. So
100%.
Getting to meet you on set, shooting that pilot, and then connecting through our good friend Blake Sherwin. Shout out.
Shout out Blake.
The project.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be here.
Rock and roll. Dude, I have been, so when The Circle came out, your season came out in like what, 2021?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I followed you because I was like, this dude is hilarious. Oh, dude. Yeah, I've been following you, and then Blake hit me up about some project he was doing, and he showed me what was the thing where you like answered the questions?
Little brick answers the webs.
We'll put some clips into that. It was very funny. What was it like? Kind of like a GQ
it was like
questions.
The autocomplete, like the when they answer like the autocomplete interviews. We did like a satire of that where I played like a SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. And then I saw the clip and I was like, why do I know that guy? And then I was like, oh my God, I've been following this guy for 5 years.
Yeah, look at him now, bro.
Look at him now,
fake
bro.
SoundCloud rapper.
So you're a star to me. You're a star to people
Appreciate
online.
Well, I remember back when you followed me from like Work, Retire, Die.
Yeah.
I like, was looking at it, I was like, oh, this is dope. And I remember, I think because Blake, we were like mutuals with Blake. I asked him and he told me about you. So I feel like it's been this has been cooking.
This has been cooking in the lab. Yeah. So we're finally taking out of the oven and putting on the podcast.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
100%.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
This has been 6 years in the making.
Exactly.
When I applied to The Circle, I was like, my goal is to be on the Daily Friday, which it wasn't even a podcast yet, but I was like, I know this.
That's a lot of people's goal for doing anything. 100%. So you're not special, by the way.
No, I know.
So you were on the show The Circle. Explain the show a little bit to people that don't know what it is.
The Circle is a Netflix reality show. It's sort of like a social strategy competition show, kind of in the vein of like Big Brother. And everyone is in the same like apartment building, but you're in separate apartments. And you can only communicate digitally.
Yes.
So each round you're like talking to people. There's like different games and competitions, kind of building relationships. And then each round you like rank everybody by how much you like them, trust them, whatever. And then the two most popular people each round get to like remove someone from the game. But because it's all sort of digital, some people are themselves, and then some people pretend to be like other people because you have these profiles.
You can like catfish the other people.
Exactly. So I did that.
Wait, before we get to that, did this come out? I think season 1 came out during COVID, maybe, or right before COVID.
It was right before. Season 1 came out like January 1st of 2020.
Which is like perfect timing for a show like this.
It's like, I don't know if they like planned it. It was all
wow, that could be a conspiracy there.
But yeah, and then COVID happened, and because it's a very COVID oriented show where everyone's all like separated anyways.
Yeah.
So it kind of season 1 kind of blew up in right when COVID started, and then we filmed season 2, which like the one I was on, like fall of 2020, and then
during like that was like still
before like the vaccine and all that. Yeah, and we went to we filmed in the UK.
Okay,
so because we were going overseas, in the UK? Because we were going overseas, we also had to like quarantine for 2 weeks before, and then film the show, which you're also quarantined. So I was basically alone for like a month, which was kind of depressing.
Kind of weird, yeah. And the show is an interesting show to watch because like probably to film because you're like talking to yourself.
Yeah,
you're like in a room by yourself, and you like is there a producer in the room with you while you're shooting it?
So you have these. There's like you have a producer. You have producers 24/7. But they're separated and they communicate to you basically through like a speaker in the corner. And they can see like everything you're doing and like. But a lot of times there's
like. By the way, did you jerk off at all?
No comment.
Okay, all right. Cool. The producers might not see it.
Yeah, the bathroom was the only private place.
Got it.
For whatever activity
whatever you want to do. Got it. That's what I always wonder about, like Survivor. But anyways, we'll continue. Yeah,
I love Survivor too. I'm like, I don't know on Survivor if they
probably don't have the energy to.
I think that's the thing. You're so drained. It's like your tea is
100%. 100%. You're just like that would actually kill me if I did that.
Imagine someone gets like they actually get built up, but they do that like tribal.
They're like Jesus.
Yeah, no privacy. They're just going at it.
All right, okay. So there's those producers like talking you through the mics the whole time, but otherwise you're just talking to the camera and like. It's funny because like when people like write their message, they're like saying it out loud, and you're like, did you feel like after you left the show, you were like talking to yourself more than you normally would, or you were like, I'm done?
I don't even know if it was like after or before, but I feel like before I was also doing that more because I was like trying to get
You're
ready.
Like practicing
because it's like such a weird thing of like you have to like self-narrate a little bit, like just in your daily life. And I am the type of person where if I'm alone at home, like sometimes I'll just be talking to myself, like, which I think is why it's good. Not like a ton, like
no, but
I think that'd be kind of crazy. But sometimes you just start doing a bit with yourself.
100%. Yeah. But you spend a lot of time in the car in LA, so it's like you got to talk to yourself a little bit to like not feel crazy.
Especially as an actor too, it's like sometimes I'll be in the car on the way to my acting class. I'll be like getting a scene ready, so I'm just like sitting there like in traffic, like yelling to nobody, and I'm like, do the people next to me think
you're just getting into character? Yeah,
exactly.
You gotta get into character.
But I think even after, for a little bit at least, like even like the way I was texting people, because it's all text, you're like really strategic. You're like, oh, I really gotta cook. Maybe I'm just good at cooking up good text now.
That could be what it is. It's a really good way to improve your text game.
Yeah, and then in the show there was a lot of like hashtag usage in the message, which is
that's so like 5 years ago.
Yeah, but the thing is, you were texting, so the hashtag. But even then, like you would be texting your friend, be like hashtag Friday night out. Like, people ask about that. I think the reason we would kind of utilize that is because you have a very limited amount of texts. And so I think the hashtag was the way to sort of like
eliminate spaces.
And like throw another idea out that was maybe a separate idea where you couldn't, because you're not texting 5 things in a row.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to be like, you text something maybe about like building a connection and you don't want to be like blatant, then maybe at the end you throw like a little hashtag of like an alliance name and they're like, oh, it's an alliance.
Got it.
That was kind of my.
I could see. I could see how coming out of that you were just overthinking every text messages you ever send after that.
Yeah, pretty much.
How long does it take on a reality show to like kind of forget that there's cameras on you the entire time?
I think you're both like always aware, but not overly worried about it. You know what I mean? Like I always knew that the camera, like I didn't like forget.
Yeah.
But you kind of just, I mean, at first
you're in a weird situation though where you're like by yourself in a room.
Yeah. I mean, I remember like the first, like walking in and like the first conversations you're having, I definitely was acutely aware of like there's the camera in the corner that's like rotating around. As I'm,
that's
like, moving
kind of weird.
But and you start to kind of forget about that.
Yeah.
But you definitely remember like, oh, I'm on camera.
Yeah, don't say any slurs or anything. Like
Thankfully, I'm never the type to do that anyways.
I'm just giving you a...
But no, 100%.
You're like, well, okay, so then you went into the show, which was kind of funny. You were basically your picture was a girl you were
like
friends
a sorority girl. Yeah. Because at the time I was in college, I was like very frat boy kind of. And they were like, and they suggested, they were like, what if you were a sorority girl?
Oh, so they kind of like, so did you have to like, first of all, how do you pick which of your friends that you, as a girl to be like, you're pretty hot. It's not I'm not in love with you, but I want to pretend to be you for like.
Yeah. So, well, when I applied, I was like down for what I was like, I'll be myself. I'll be whatever. I'm like really interested in the show. So whatever you want me to be.
Yeah.
I can do that. They suggested that as an option. I thought it was a good idea, but literally like exactly kind of what you said. And at the time I was like a sophomore in college. Didn't have a ton of like girl friends.
During COVID too.
Yeah. During COVID.
Yeah.
And so it literally was like, hey, super random.
I
might be going on this show called The Circle and I need to pretend to be a girl. Could I like send them your pictures and like see what they think?
That also feels like such a lie that you're just like using to like talk to a girl, just get a picture of a girl for like no reason.
It's like they want a lot of bikini pictures for some reason.
It's super weird.
But luckily, and the one I ended up using, I felt like she'd be good off the rip because she was like 4'11", like very cute, super sweet, like wholesome, fun vibe. And I felt like that I think like in reality casting, and we'll get more to this maybe later.
Yeah.
I think like that juxtaposition is so important. Of
Got
like
it.
I'm super tall.
It's like
goofy.
funny watching it to be like this guy.
So it's
like,
the
this
exact,
guy's pretending to be
like the exact opposite of like someone who's like 2 feet shorter than me. And
yeah. That was funny, and you did a pretty good job
for a while.
And then, did you get busted? Like,
it was the makeup.
Yes, you had to like do makeup on something. Yeah. Describe it because you lived it. I
lived a nightmare. For a while I think I was doing okay. Like people told me, even the girl I pretended to be after was like, you did. She's like, you talked better than I would talk. It's
like actually a little scary how good you were.
Yeah. No, I had to like flirt with dudes and stuff.
That's the weird.
Like,
you're like, do I feel? You're basically doing the Monty Teo thing.
And then, but yeah, we got to this. They do these like little challenges in games to sort of like get to know people, but also to sort of create opportunities for people to get. And so they did one where we got like a mannequin and a bunch of like makeup, and we had to make the mannequin look like us, you know, in the show, which for me was like a cute sorority girl. And I had done a little bit of prep in terms of like my ball knowledge. I know like there's foundation. I know there's contouring and all that good stuff.
Sure.
I did not know. I did not practice actually doing makeup.
Like why would you think that that's something that you
exactly? Yeah. And like season 1, they didn't do anything like that. Yeah. So this was pretty much designed to fuck me over.
To expose you.
And I just did like the worst job ever. I immediately knew I was like so cooked.
You did the level of job where it was very clear you were not a woman.
Yeah. Like, as soon as it popped up, and they had Jonathan Van Ness from Queer Eye. He was like the judge, and they saved mine until last. And immediately he was like, "Oh, honey, like this is awful." And I was just sitting there like, damn. And it cuts to everybody else being like, "Oh, that's not a girl. Like,
that's not a girl at all." And like they were like asking you like makeup brands, and you like made one up.
Yeah, because then like the follow up the next day, I was like this other competition where you had like someone asked me like name 5 makeup brands,
which like I actually don't think I could do today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean I had like 1 or 2.
Yeah,
and I mean I should have done more prep. My thinking, like some people
looking back, I really should have done more.
Some
prep.
People come in with like full on notebooks.
Yeah,
to me now for the sake of like winning the show and winning money, I should have done that.
Yes.
But I was like, this is reality TV. Like, what about the spirit of spontaneity and improv?
I respect that.
Because I was like, if I mess up, at least it'll be fun. And like in the moment, you're like,
it's funnier that you messed up as doing the makeup.
Because I never thought
if you really trained it. Yeah.
I never thought it was the most fun. Like, no shade. Because I mean, the woman who won my season was catfishing. She had a bunch of notes and was always prepared. And like, that's why she won. Yeah. But I never thought it was very fun. And in any season where someone would get asked a question, they pull out a notebook and they're just like flipping through their notes. Yeah. So like, I want to see people like improvise.
100%.
And now when it's at your expense of like, and you lose out on 100K because of it, it's like, wait, maybe I should have
actually locked in a little bit.
But I think in terms of like good TV, it was more fun.
Well, I mean, also like in like you joining this show, like I guess it's kind of like people do reality show competitions to make money, but like you are interested in being an actor, being in entertainment, so it's like you're also kind of showcasing you being like a funny person.
Yeah, and I didn't know I was really interested in the acting route at that point. That's kind of what sparked it, I guess, because that kind of brought me into the entertainment world and like showed me I could explore that.
And then you guys did the Chep-On thing is in the festival in New York last week that happened.
Yeah, so I got back last night from New York. That pilot we did was definitely our biggest undertaking. Chet Bond, License to Chill. Basically, I play James Bond's Nepo baby son who gets a job at like the CIA. And it's a mockumentary, sort of Office style meets like James Bond, where it follows along with me getting like a bunch of like dumb antics.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Thank you.
You basically like, I don't want to, I mean, they can watch it on YouTube. Right?
Right now it's not out.
It's not out.
We're doing a festival run.
True.
So you could definitely talk a little bit about it, and then it should be back up in the future, but
yeah.
And then you were in a little bit of it too.
I was in a scene. I was at a party. You were like describing your job, and I was reacting.
Yeah. No, it was great. You were great. I don't know if you remember. There was like one girl that was there that was an extra.
Yeah.
We were like mid-scene. She was just like on her phone.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's like I'm like looking around talking to everybody, and I look at her and she's like Snapchatting.
Yeah,
I think at one point she was filming me on her phone. I was like,
it's like a very LA thing.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, if there's like not that many rules to being like an extra, like that's like one of the one rule.
Yeah, you can't be like FaceTiming in the middle of the scene. Yeah. All right, so you're gonna keep going with the acting stuff, but you also have been doing some casting for reality shows as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're like, just in general, like high level, like how do people get found for reality shows? Like, I know a lot of people want to be on it. I'm also just curious, like where they find half these people. Like,
So, I mean, we get a lot of applications.
Yeah,
it depends on the show, right? Because like Love Overboard, for example, was a brand new show.
Yeah.
So we got some apps, but like nobody, there's no show out. Like people hadn't
right. They don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Traitors obviously different, like pretty popular show. So we get a lot of applications. We look at all the There's a lot. We work our way through all of them.
Yeah.
And then.
You just like we DM also people.
Yeah. That's the thing. We're always like, sometimes we're looking for different kind of unique stuff. So we'll just kind of keep our eyes peeled. Ever since I've been working on reality, I feel like I kind of just go about my day or at different social events or whatever, kind of just keeping an eye out for interesting personalities. And like, if I see someone who looks unique, I'm not afraid to like, go up and just kind of get their info and keep them in mind. So I kind of have a Rolodex of people.
Like what is something that you look for with someone, just like something slightly off, like when you say you like how would you describe like unique? Like this person's a personality. This person's just like,
I think it's so subjective and sort of like intangible.
Yeah,
like, I always feel bad when people ask because it's like
fair.
There's but I think a lot of it boils down to just like a charisma.
Yeah, like
if someone walks into a room and like the energy shifts to them, and not necessarily because they're like the hottest person in the room, but they just kind of are very much themselves and like kind of command the room, attract people's energy. I think is great. Obviously, like enthusiasm and just a general like sense of like banter and fun. Like if you're applying for reality TV and you're like an extremely monotone person, like that's just like not really gonna work.
You should be animated.
Exactly. And again, same thing though. We don't want people to be like overly animated.
True.
Like it depends on the show, but most shows, and at least in my personal taste, like we don't want the people that are gonna be like, yo, what's up, guys? I'm it's like that's just like fake.
Relaxed.
Like we want real.
Yeah,
we want. And I think the biggest thing for me, especially going through that process as an applicant, is like you want real. But I think we all have a part of ourselves. We all have different parts of ourselves. Okay, there's a part of everybody that's like a little bit more energetic, a little more enthusiastic.
So tap
when you're doing the podcast, you're probably a little more
animated than
if you're just like chilling at home with your like on the FaceTime with your boy. So and we also, like I said, juxtaposition is really interesting, where something that might make someone unique is like, oh, it's like Miss America, but she's also like a chess grandmaster.
Got it.
You're like, oh, that's like things that you don't really see everywhere. Or unique careers. Like if someone's like an astronaut, they might have a different perspective on life than like your average like
actor, model. 9 to 5. Yeah. All right. So you're casting for Traitors this season. First of all, I know the original season was normal people. Why do you know why they're shifting more towards normal? Is it going to be a season of normal, a season of celebrity? Like,
I don't really know. The first season was half. So there's a UK version as well, and honestly, I don't know a ton about what they've done. But with the US version, the first season was like half reality celebrities, half normal.
Okay.
Then it became like all celebrities, reality TV stars. But the one we're casting now is all normal people,
which is kind of cool.
Yeah. And I kind of commend like the network. Because I think a lot of
that's kind of a risky move because like it's a really big show. Like I think it's probably been their biggest original show on NBC, and like a lot of the draw is like, oh, okay, I recognize that person. I recognize that person.
It's a cultural thing. Yeah, people talk about Traitors, and so now, and they used the names that they had to help draw the audience in. But now that you have the audience, I think I like that they're exploring the potential of like
could this just faces. Be exactly. And I think it's interesting because I think with celebrities you bring into it like some of the people know each other or they know facts about them that would lead them to think that they're a traitor. Like last season, the guy from the fucking show where they work in LA and he like cheated on Tom Sandoval.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Everyone's like, well, you're a liar. Like it's like they have prior context about this.
Yeah, he had the moment on where he had like a slip. He's like, women are more likely to be cheaters, and everyone was like,
it's like you the man. That's
you're like the guy.
Yeah.
He's like, sorry, traitors. Sorry.
Right. So it's like that kind of thing. It's like it does shift the game a little bit because you like know things about them.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, like the celebrities, they might not even like watch the show.
True. You can tell this people that are like, do you know the rules of this? Like,
and it's tough sometimes with Traitors because if you're like too good at the game, that might make you a target.
Voted. Exactly.
So I think with the civilian version, it's like nice that we love when people know the show and like want to play the game, and so I think that could add an element too, where hopefully everybody in the cast is a gamer, like ready, and not like a not in an over
but like
knows the show and like the gameplay could kind of maybe evolve and advance a little. bit.
So like this is actually good. Like, what are you guys looking for? How does someone get cast on Traitors, and what exactly are you looking for when people submit applications? And you might get a lot more applications. Yeah, because
I
kind
podcast. Viral. The hit podcast. kind of I don't want to get too into it, but kind of just some of the stuff I was saying earlier.
Like be animated on camera or not.
Yeah, have energy, have charisma, and that could be like whatever that means to you, right? Like not like we love like a good nerd, but and nerds can have like their own charisma too. Yeah, there's like a different like just like be passionate about the things that you talk about. I think kind of ties into like charisma. And we love like unique
like careers. So do you have something unique or unique hobby that maybe is a juxtaposition, focus on that, like highlight that in your interview? Like.
And we love, and like I said, we love to talk about like gameplay, and we love to hear like why someone would want to be a traitor or faithful. And I think tying those things into your real life, your personal experiences, your career, and kind of justifying like what would make you a really interesting faithful or traitor. Is
when you're casting, are you being like, all right, this person would be a good traitor, and we gotta cast the traitors, or are you kind of like, this person would be good no matter what?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like if I wanted to be on, could I be like, I want to be a traitor? If I'm not a traitor, don't fucking pick me. Like,
it's a good question. I don't know exactly what I can't say in terms of our process, but I would say if you're applying, it's good to know which one you'd want to be. We don't mind if people are open to either. Yeah. But I think you're really trying to sell yourself. It's better to like pick your lane and explain why and go 100% on that than to be
one or the other.
Yeah. And I totally understand, like if I were playing, I'd be open to being on.
Yeah. I mean, I just kind of want to be on the show. Yeah. Exactly. I want to meet Alan Cumming, honestly.
Exactly. Yeah. And I've said this a few times just to like on my story and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're interested in being on, don't like just apply, right? Like if you apply and put like my name, I'm gonna go watch your video. Yeah, I get so many people that hit me up like, should I apply? And I'm like, I don't even know you. Like if you want to be on the show, then you have to apply.
I mean, yes.
Don't ask me. And then I know it's like from their perspective, like you might as maybe ask, but it's like I've gotten a lot of like messages. Truthfully, haven't had time to like look through everyone's DMs.
Sure.
So the most efficient way is to just go apply, say that Jack Atkins referred you.
Hell yeah.
And I'll go check it out.
If you want to be on Traitors, apply now.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the Jeff Probst thing?
Yeah.
You can do the Jeff Probst.
He always ties it into like something really, he's like, if you're a mom and you've ever been to the beach, apply now.
Yeah, exactly. Apply now.
If you're a faithful listener of the Daily Friday podcast, and you want to be a faithful or a traitor,
and if you listen to any other podcast that's not Daily Friday, you're a traitor. So apply to the show. So either way, apply to the show.
If you're not listening,
you
have to.
Yeah, you have to.
We just covered everybody.
We got our blanket statement out.
I think the hardest part of the application for anything is like the video portion.
So take time with the video.
Take time, but also like it's one of those things you kind of meet someone, even if it's like in person. Yeah. Within 15 seconds, you just kind of know.
Sure.
Like, is this someone I'm like, even on like a personal, is it someone like I might want to be friends with? Is it whatever? So watching a video, we don't need like crazy production value.
Sure.
We don't need like a 10-minute video of you like explaining your life story. It's more of like a 1 to 2 minute intro with good energy and just kind of like telling us a little bit about yourself, why you would want to be on whatever show that it might be, whether it's Traitors or whatever. And usually I feel like within 1 to 2 minutes, you kind of just know if someone is like captivating. And then all the other stuff, all the other like background info, it's like, we'll call you and we'll learn about it. You know? So.
And I think like one thing I've heard too is like if you get through certain stages, you might not get on that show, but they could put on you on another show. And
I think there's a lot of overlap at times. I mean, I just speaking from general things I've heard, it's like sometimes someone, like I have friends who like went on certain CBS shows because they didn't make it on the Survivor Big Brother, but they liked them and they pulled them for something else. And I also compare, like, this is something I kind of going back to my time on the Circle. Like I had applied for Survivor for a few years before I ever applied.
Would that be your
Circle.
dream show to be on?
Ideally, yeah.
I would love to be on this. But
now,
honestly, I feel like it would be such a good way to lose weight.
Yeah, I
would drop the pounds. Yeah, and I also feel like it's same thing with Traitors. It's like not an embarrassing show to be on.
Yeah, Survivor's awesome, but it's to that point. It's like I never got on Survivor, but then I apply for the Circle. I get on. So I kind of look at it as sort of like college admissions in a sense. Of like a lot of it just boils down to like the person who's reading your application. Yeah, like everyone has their own personal tastes. You might apply and like it might go to someone else's desk and like it doesn't click, or I might see it and I might think like you'd be great. And it's one of those things, like you might apply, if you're applying for colleges, you might apply to like your local state school and not get in, but you might apply to like Harvard and you get in, and it's just like maybe they're just valuing different things, different stuff. So to that point, it's like
apply to every single reality show possible.
But or just apply multiple times. You know, if you apply once and you don't get it, like don't hesitate to apply again for like the next cycle. Obviously,
my dream for next season is that there's at least one contestant on Traitors who listens to the Daily Friday podcast and signed up because of you today.
I hope so.
How do people sign up? What's the website they go to?
I think it's the TraitorsUS.com.
And then give the name Jack Atkins.
Yeah, it'll ask you like, how'd you hear about it or whatever, like or who connected you.
Izzy? Yeah. Can we get Izzy on the next season?
Yeah, can I go on?
Izzy's got to apply.
Izzy's locked in. Yeah. She's passed to the next round.
My dream is actually...
I know that, you can tell us. You can obviously pass her on.
Yeah.
Right, you can just...
We'll fly you out now to stop. Yeah. My dream, to be a little more ambitious, every single person on the season. Daily Friday listener.
Hell yeah, you know what, you're right, we should be dreaming bigger.
No, but I mean,
that would be hilarious if like you only cast people from this show and they're like, dude, you can't cast again because like you're clearly
like, where did you find these
clearly
people?
Biased.
It's like the feed, it's like a theme season. It's like Friday beers.
The Friday beers Daily Friday audience season. All right, so people can follow you, Jack Atkins 21 on Instagram. Drop us some sketch comedy. Chet Bond gonna be on Netflix in probably 2 years. No doubt about it. And then we'll put a link to in the episode. If you do want to apply to Traitors, drop Jack Atkins' name. Hell yeah.
We got to do maybe separately, and this is not me Traitors affiliate. This is just me as a guy. You got to do a Traitors, like an office Traitors or something. You guys do a lot of like fun like office. You've done Mafia before.
We've done Mafia,
right?
which is kind of like Traitors. Yeah, we did Traitors actually. My wife is a big fan. We did it for her birthday.
Awesome.
And I was Alan Cummings.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It worked well, but like there is a lot of conflict and like calling each other out. Yeah. And if you do it with friends, it's kind of like a little bit. People like didn't necessarily like want to talk afterwards. Yeah, it wasn't like a chill vibe.
This Saturday, I'm actually doing like a Survivor drinking game that my friend is throwing, which I'm stoked for. But it's one because Survivor, especially because you're like actually voting. Because Traitors, it's like okay,
it's like I just thought you were a traitor.
Survivor, it's like I just wasn't fucking with you. Like,
it's like. Traitors, it's like it's nothing personal. Survivor, it is personal.
It's like the most personal, But I'm excited for that. It'll be fun. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on, dude.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having me.